Bike California here at Lake Casitas, ready to take in the majesty that is cyclocross. Now, SoCalCross has been holding events across the Southland for years. But, you know, if you have a gravel bike, cross bike, it's the same thing.
They are not the same by any means. A gravel bike would be better off at a cyclocross race than a cyclocross bike on gravel.
Okay, maybe not. But with its small footprint out here, it's a fun race atmosphere. And doing cyclocross over the years has definitely helped me become a better cyclist. Oh yeah, there's racing. I'll be doing it. Let's roll. Cyclocross is the most grueling racing packed in. But the atmosphere and good vibes for all ages always makes it a fun day, while putting you in your place to practice your technical skills on dirt. It's also a testament to Dorothy Wong, who's fostered the sport for years with SoCalCross, bringing a fervent crowd back for more. Hi, so you know, Dorothy's done pretty much anything you can do on a bike, besides from racing, teaching, advocating. You know, you should be on
sleeping. Maybe.
All four of your faces should be on the Mount Rushmore. But cyclocross is a lot of fun. You know, you've seen me do these events many times. Why are so many people out here all the time?
So I think people really love cyclocross for what it is, and then the friendships we make. You know, people have come to participate or to come and cheer that have been racing cross for, I don't know, like a long time now.
So Mike Bauer's here. He's the voice of cyclocross.
Yo, I'm about to be running over somebody.
What gets through to these racers out here?
Well, for them, it's mostly about competition, whether it be on themselves.
What's great is you create a fantastic family atmosphere out here, and there's something for everyone, right?
Yes, and we find venues, like if you point your camera, there's a playground, there's a lake, you know, so there is really something for everyone.
It's tough, but you see a lot of people have a lot of fun out here, right?
Oh, it's a ton of fun. But cyclocross, when there's a good crowd, it's a lot. I know yesterday I was doing a race, I drank 3 beers in the race. And, you know, so that's what happens at cyclocross. Money. Last race, I ate a donut in the race. My throat almost clogged up. Felt like I was eating concrete because I didn't have any water with me.
I mean, you have these events all across Southern California, and people, like, I see this, some of the same people travel to all these, but also a lot of new people as well.
Yes. We did, in fact, because this series, SoCalCross, travels from San Diego to San Luis Obispo, you're always seeing new people. I would say 25% are super hardcore, and they'll go wherever we put on a cross race.
Now, I want to share a little known fact. You know, Mike not only was born the same day, the same year, but the same hospital as me.
Bizarro.
Now, but we can't share what year that is because we didn't have calendars back then.
What are you talking about, man? The advocacies do go back that far.
I'm glad these campgrounds are adult beverage friendly, because this type of racing, every bit of motivation helps. There you go. Bigger smile, even bigger. Lining up, I had no expectation, as my skill level wildly varies between someone who's won a season series to a person who can barely stay upright. So today it looks like there's only 4 people in the category. So the key is try and do the last race on the last day of a holiday weekend. Normally, you start in a wave with your category, but we switched to a mass start with some people filtering through. The key is a good start, and I'm not in a position to do it. Yeah. And we're off. Passing riders takes a lot of effort, so this wasn't a promising start. I was fighting my way through, but you have to wait for the right opportunity to make a move. Even though I did a practice lap, navigating this course at full gas felt far different, especially handling without disc brakes. While the jury is still out on this helmet cam, I don't think it'll catch on with the UCI when you have trouble seeing the course ahead.
Oh! Off course.
I'm not sure what the etiquette is, but I didn't want to be known as the jerk that sent everybody off course like a conveyor belt. But by the time I tied the tape up, I had to find new motivation other than catching the lead in my division. I tried playing catch up
On your left.
but I knew the lead was sizable at this point.
All right, here I come.
Maybe collecting a beer hand up on each lap was my best move, but hearing how many we had left,
All right, 5 laps to go. This is going to be a 6-lap race.
I knew I had to find some other inspiration.
Oh no. Oh, I chain skipped.
It's clear my technical skills need improvement,
Off course again.
and it's a far way to travel without trying to make any progress.
Turn right this time.
As this was the most technical course I've ridden to date.
Oh no, not this part. Shoot.
A voice from heaven gave me purpose, finishing lap 2,
Get Zach right in his eyes. Zach shut his eyes.
where my tete-a-tete with David for the rest of the race would begin. Mind you, we were not in the same categories, and I had a big advantage with him riding single speed. But this should be a learning lesson to all between good technique and, let's just say, my technique. It was clear that he had cleaner lines and was better at maintaining momentum. Even when my gearing was to my benefit, it wasn't. I made my time up on the straightaway.
That's not right.
But even then, I sensed a new problem
Oh no.
and fell behind, checking the tire.
Go, go, go. Got losing air.
Halfway through the race, I'm back to where I was a lap ago. Even with fatigue setting in,
Shoot you some water out now.
I was still showing some signs of improvement.
Even better.
But even still pushing it, like the Terminator, I couldn't shake David, leading me to running into the barrier,
Great.
erasing all my gains. Getting a little space and improving on my shifting was paying off.
Great job with the gears this time. Still do better.
But not having someone in front made it harder to find the correct lines. With the windy nature of the course, I could see that David was still in range. But even with more space, I knew there were spots where I'd lose seconds, which really add up fast in cyclocross. I toned it down just a little and started to think about my thirsty reward.
It's my beer bell lap. Beer bell lap.
But my bad habit of braking instead of pedaling through turns continued to add up, as he even runs like Robert Patrick. Coming up on another rider, I wanted to get ahead before the next turn.
Coming outside.
Knowing that passing her in the serpentine section would slow him down. It seemed like my plan worked, but maybe going full gas wasn't a good idea.
There we go.
Fearing his pickaxe arms, I got up quickly, and the back and forth continued. From what I learned about David, I was also being matched by his knowing where I opened opportunities for him. Now with a lap left to go,
Chasing the wave,
I hoped the script would continue to follow and get enough of a gap early to do this.
Get that beer ready! I'm in deep trouble. Oh yeah, thank you.
Oh, he ate it.
And I even took care of my trash.
Thank you.
Even though this was my best performance through these curves, the push was still on. But clearly there were some signs of fatigue behind me. Never take cross for granted though, because just like the previous lap, the rider ahead looked to slow me up going into the curves,
Thank you.
but gracefully let me pass. The rest of the race was about prioritizing uprightness.
This is where I fell last time. Could be. Yeah, that was it.
And hoping my extra gears would be enough to hold them off until the end. Of course, when you finish, act like you've won, no matter what place you finish.
Gravel bike, California, Zach, put it down. David, put it very high.
Afterwards, I appreciate how David pushed me to become a better rider, and pointing out I forgot to close the valve stems. Whoops. Licking my wounds, whether you finish on the podium or not, it's always a fun day when you're on a bike, but a little funner when you push the envelope like in cross.
Oh, good job there, Zach. Good job there, David. Did you go down, Zach? I see some dirt on the side.
Even though I finished second, there was still a race within the race. And really, out there, it pushed me to my limits. Every lap I felt like technically I was improving a little bit better, even with my technical mishaps. Still, I feel like every time I do this, I'm getting better at the bike. You should too. Anyways, if you all look pretty cool, you can check out our GBC shop or learn other ways how to ride bikes by subscribing to our channel so we can teach you more about the state of dirt.